Welcome to Orlando, Florida. A couple of teams hoping to finish their season in magical fashion by taking home a victory in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he was looking for the pick six. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
The offense set for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. Oh, he's going to go up top. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much right.
And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Boise State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On second down, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Wide out in motion. Pulls and fires complete.
Well, the offense on 3rd down, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Here's the handoff. He's loose at the 15. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
On 1st down from their own 22. He's looking to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? Touchdown, Broncos! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
He'll take it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bates. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, look, Mom, one hand.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick kick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB, man. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Cuse. Reeled it in and just made the house call. The The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense piece. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're lining up to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bate. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge your football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Bates. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Going deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Broncos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
Man, oh man, that defensive end had a great get-off on that play. He exploded out of his three-point stance. He's able to use the swim move and get to the QB.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Oh, he makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Coming after him. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Here comes the offense on second down. Now the play fake. Throwing right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around with your athleticism. I know you.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Boise State. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He wants to throw here on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Finds space on the right. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And they get him down.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Wants to throw on third down. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps his drive moving.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, He's a weapon in the passing game, and on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
From the red zone, looking for a man. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Bates. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
These corners going to give them some space. Going up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gomez. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. He's right on target. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. They're trying to get to him. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
35, Syracuse, 21.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bates. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll keep it himself. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. A jet sweep pass. Inside the 40. Can anyone catch him? And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Broncos. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? You can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He wants to pass it on second down. Got his man downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that ref. Good coverage.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. backside. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Broncos! And the pummeling has started.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he feel?
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On second down, he'll fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's going to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play. Boise State has it back ready to go to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
DB's right up on the receivers. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Extending the play. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the Broncos will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass is incomplete as the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming.
Boise State 49, Syracuse 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run play action. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I love the route there on the corner by the tight end. Against man coverage, he's able to get a little wiggle, create some separation, use his speed to get vertical, put his foot in the ground, and then use those long arms to haul the pass.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The give to the back. The Broncos have enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. That's reeled in. It's Gomez. All kinds of running room. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that time the receiver...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Wants to throw on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he's running in the open. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bates. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Corner's going to give them room. He wants to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
He'll pull it down. Lets it fly. Or did he find a hole in that secondary?
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. It's a fumble.
I got to tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying?
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Cuse. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Tight end finds a soft spot. He stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to get the two and cut this to a two-possession game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
34.
Just one of those mistakes. It can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack.